Students, I welcome you to the next lecture under course BMS 002, which is Management Functions. And today we are going to have a detailed discussion on social marketing and corporate social responsibility. I would like to just refresh your memory that in the previous lecture we had discussion regarding marketing mix of social marketing. What was the difference between social marketing and commercial marketing? In the previous lecture we had compared social marketing with commercial marketing under similarities and differences between social marketing and commercial marketing. So from that point, today we are taking our discussion to the next level, and the topic under our discussion will be social marketing and its relation with corporate social responsibility. So till now you had complete understanding about social marketing. Now the new term for you is coming up as corporate social responsibility. So what basically do you understand about corporate social responsibility? Why organizations go for corporate social responsibility? So before having detailed discussion about corporate social responsibility, let's have brief understanding, concept and meaning about corporate social responsibility. So corporate social responsibility is nothing but managing. It is about the organizations who manage their business in such a manner that it should create a positive impact on the society and the environment at one hand, while maximizing the value for their shareholders in the terms of their business or profit on the second hand. So corporate social responsibility is a kind of balancing act in an organization. On one side, maximizing their business, so creating value addition for the shareholder, simultaneously make a positive impact on the society as well as on the environment. It is also a kind of continuing commitment by business organization to behave ethically and contribute towards economic development as well as improving quality life of the workforce and their families as well as the local community and society at large. This definition of corporate social responsibility has been given by World Business Council for Sustainable Development. So according to this definition, for your understanding, it is a kind of continuing commitment by a business organization. For what? For behaving ethically and contributing to economic development. Means behaving ethically, social commitment and contributing for the economic development for the business perspective. How? By improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families as well as the local community and society at large. It is also a commitment of functional business for contributing towards sustainable economic development by working with employees, their families, local community, society at large, improving their life, which is good for the business as well as for the social development also. So for understanding the corporate social responsibility, you should understand there are two facets of corporate social responsibility. On one side, business organization is working for creating value addition for shareholders by expanding the business and earning the profit. On the other side, it is creating a social impact, a value addition in the society, social development, behavioral changes, attitudinal changes for the society. So contribution in the terms of funding towards all these activities will be coming under corporate social responsibility. So the question should come to your mind, why we are having discussion with social marketing and corporate social responsibility? Because social marketing, corporate social responsibility is directly linked to the functioning of non-government organizations or non-profit organization. That is why we are having a discussion for social marketing and corporate social responsibility. So once again, corporate social responsibility, a kind of act where one side you are balancing the economic development by increasing the business profit, creating value addition for your shareholders. Simultaneously, on the other side, on ethical context, you are contributing towards improving the quality of life of the workforce, their family, the society where they are living, everything. Okay, so this is a brief understanding about corporate social responsibility. Now let us see what is corporate social responsibility from Indian perspective. So India is considered as the first country in the world to make corporate social responsibility as a mandatory. How? By doing an amendment in the Companies Act 2013 in the year April 2014. So what is about CSR in India? As per the Company Act, the companies with a net worth of 5 billion Indian rupees, net worth of the companies 5 billion Indian rupees or more than this, or either net worth of 5 billion rupees or more, or annual turnover of the company having 10 billion Indian rupees or more than that, or net profit of 50 million Indian rupees or more. Company falling in this category will need to spend 2% of their average net profit of 3 years on corporate social responsibility. For your understanding, under Companies Act, the net worth of any company having net worth of 5 billion Indian rupees or more than that, or this is first condition, or annual turnover of that company having 10 billion Indian rupees or more than that, or net profit of 50 million Indian rupees or more. If the company is falling in any of these categories, then they need to spend 2% of their average net profit of last 3 years on corporate social responsibility. So through this act, especially an amendment in the act, India has become the first country in the world to make corporate social responsibility as mandatory by amendment in the Companies Act in the year 2014. So why it is necessary? Because through corporate social responsibility, organization can start assessment of their business on following criteria. What are those criteria? The criteria should be customer, suppliers, environment, communities, and employees. So CSR of the organization, when any organization starts for the CSR process, first they should need to make an assessment of their business on 5 basic criteria. The number 1 is customer, second is supplier, then environment, then communities, and finally employees. So education sector, if an understanding about CSR funding in India is to be considered, it has been found that education sector is the most sought after actor for contribution towards corporate social responsibility. Means, what I mean to say is that companies contributing their CSR for the social development causes, the maximum contribution goes to educational upliftment of the community. So education sector basically gets maximum percentage of the funding, followed by the areas where NGOs are working are hunger, poverty, healthcare, environmental sustainability, and rural development. So the majority of the funding for the CSR generally, as per the one of the survey on CSR contribution in the India, the finding of that survey says that the maximum percentage of the funding for the CSR goes to education sector, and then followed by all those sectors contributing like hunger, poverty and healthcare, environmental sustainability and rural development. They also get substantial CSR funding in India. So it was necessary to know for your understanding that which are these sectors where basically majority or substantial part of CSR funding goes for the educational upliftment or social development or cultural upliftment of the social society and the groups that they are basically getting the funding for the CSR. So after having this understanding that what is CSR, how it is being implemented in India, what are which was the Companies Act and its amendment which had made mandatory for corporate social responsibility in India. After this, let us now have a understanding about some of the organizations which are contributing in a substantial amount about CSR. So it will be a kind of case study for all of us, and for you it will be a kind of let's say proper understanding how companies are contributing fund under CSR head for social, economic, cultural development of the society. So in this case, let us first understand, see what the Tata Group is basically doing. I have just taken few examples of the companies which are doing very good work, especially under corporate social responsibility. So funding under corporate social responsibility, the Tata Group, its funding for CSR goes for the community improvement, poverty alleviation programs, women empowerment activities, income generation, rural community development, and other social welfare programs. What I mean to say is that NGOs or social group organization or voluntary action groups or other registered organizations which are working in the area of community improvement, poverty alleviation programs, women empowerment activities, income generation, rural community development, and other social welfare programs, such NGOs or non-profit organization or voluntary action groups are basically getting funding from the Tata Group under CSR mandate. Another business group which is also very prominent, especially in CSR related activities under this case study, is Mahindra Group. You must be aware about the Mahindra Group, the group which is famous for in automobile sector especially, and Tech Mahindra in the IT. These are the group companies of Mahindra. And in hospitality sector, they have another company that is known as Club Mahindra. So Mahindra is a big corporate which is also very famous for their CSR activities. So under CSR activities, which are different areas where Mahindra are contributing, it is regarding educational programs to assist economically and socially disadvantaged community. So there is one program of Mahindra Group which is very famous, that is Nanhi Kali. Nanhi Kali, this program basically focuses on educational development of the girls. They have Mahindra Pride schools. Mahindra Pride schools for industrial training. So under these schools, basically what they do is that they provide industrial training to the family members of the workforces working in and around their respective factories or their respective corporate offices, or in general they provide a certain target group where the programs are running for the industrial training of the people. Then they have very famous Lifeline Express for healthcare services in remote areas. So if we try to see and compare the areas where Tata Group and Mahindra Group are undergoing for CSR related activities, so one is very common. The Tata Group is going for women empowerment activities. In the similar level, Mahindra Group has a very famous program of Nanhi Kali for educational development of the girl child. Secondly, for industrial training, they have Mahindra Pride schools, whereas Tata Group is basically has majority of the spending in community improvement and poverty alleviation program. Third, whereas Tata Group is contributing towards rural community development and social welfare programs, Mahindra Group has very good footprints through healthcare sector, especially for the remote areas where we can assume that primary health services may not be in a very good condition. So they have provided Lifeline Express, where healthcare services at the but just in the representation of a primary health services are being given access to remote areas. So these are the comparative CSR activities of Tata Group and Mahindra Group. Let's take another example of the company which is also very famous for corporate social responsibility related activities. So it is ITC. So focus of ITC CSR related activities is basically for sustainable livelihood and environment protection program. but you can consider that these are the two broad heads under which ITC group is supporting for funding to non-profit organizations or NGOs, and these two areas are sustainable livelihood and environment protection programs. Another very famous program of you might be aware about ITC is eChaupal. What happens in eChaupal? eChaupal is an IT platform where they connect rural farmers through a kind of digital market for procuring agriculture products, which is generally running over more than 40,000 villages and 4 million farmers. So under eChaupal, it is a kind of digital marketplace through which they connect the villagers and the farmers through 40,000 villages. Under eChaupal program, around 40,000 villages and over 4 million farmers are covered. Through that, this company procure agriculture products, grains or finished agriculture produce. They connect through, and this particular eChaupal program basically targeted towards rural development and financial upliftment of the villagers and farmers. So farmers can sell, or let's say farmer can sell their produce through eChaupal program of ITC, which is very famous, this corporate social responsibility related activities of ITC. So we had basically had discussion about corporate social responsibility related activities of three major corporate group. One was Tata, second was Mahindra, and third was ITC. So again, let us compare these three organizations, these three corporate groups, for their areas where their CSR related spending are going on. So ITC is rural empowerment, especially through eChaupal, sustainable livelihood and environment protection programs, whereas Mahindra was for social and cultural development of girl child through Nanni Kali program, which is basically focusing for educational development of the girls. Then they have Mahindra Pride schools for industrial training, and Lifeline Express means accessing the quality health services of the primary health services level in the remotest area of the country. Whereas Tata, their corporate social responsibility related activities are basically in the area of community improvement, poverty alleviation programs, women empowerment activities, income generation, rural community development, and other social welfare programs. So through these big corporate group and their social corporate social responsibility related activities or areas, you might have got a broad understanding that what are different areas where these big corporates are spending money under corporate social responsibility for overall social, cultural, economic development of the population or society. So I just again take you to the slightly introductory part of this lecture, where I had told that CSR of any organization, when any organization can start, they can first take assessment of their business on which are the criteria: customers, suppliers, environment, communities, and employees. So especially environment, communities, and employees, these three are basically being covered under corporate social responsibility. And I had also told you that education sector is the area which gets majority of the funding, means educational development. Educational development is linked with the social development. So educational sector is the area where maximum portion of the CSR funding goes, which is followed by hunger, poverty alleviation, healthcare management, environmental sustainability, rural development. So these are the different areas which get funding, but less than educational sector. So after having understanding about how big corporates are spending their corporate social responsibility related funding and the different areas, what are the programs they are running, how they are contributing to voluntary action groups or NGOs or not-for-profit organization for social development related activities. Now let us move to what we understand, that what is the difference between corporate social responsibility and social marketing. We had our understanding that social marketing, a difference between social marketing and commercial marketing was that in similarities they had customer orientation as the priority, but the masses in the social marketing is for social cause. wherein the commercial marketing is about the need and benefit which is being targeted and how the particular product is satisfying the need and want of the customer. Now let us see how social marketing and corporate social responsibilities are interlinked. So corporate social responsibility and social marketing are basically interlinked with each other, because the activities, the programs that are being run under corporate social responsibility, they can be broadcasted or let's say connected through target group or the customers through social marketing programs. So corporate social responsibility is, on the first side, it is a legal obligation. How legal obligation? Because the Companies Act has given condition for contributing towards CSR, as I have explained you earlier. And first of all, it is a legal obligation, and second, it is a social commitment. Well-being of the society from where you are selling your product and earning your profit. So basic logic behind corporate social responsibility is that the society or the population to whom the particular organization is targeting for maximizing the benefit and getting value addition for their shareholders, they should have some social obligation, social commitment through society development, educational development, welfare related program. So corporate social responsibility, one side it is a legal obligation and second side is value addition in the society through social commitment. Then corporate social responsibility is also an ethical activity, and the third is corporate social responsibility is a kind of management process. Management process means commitment towards social development, cultural upliftment, value addition in the society through a management process. Secondly, if we now look at social marketing, so social marketing is basically target group oriented marketing because of similarity with the commercial marketing. In the social marketing, market segmentation is also done, that where is the target area, who are your target customers, which particular aspect that you are going to address. Are you going for change of their behavioral modification, or change of attitude, or value addition in the society where they are staying or living. So all these things are covered under target group oriented marketing. Second, social marketing is also exchange process. How it is exchange? Because you are identifying the target group and then creating a value addition. Suppose let's take the example, if social marketing is towards changing the drinking habit or health and hygiene. So basically what social marketing is doing? Social marketing is basically facilitating you to change your behavioral pattern from unhygienic healthy practice to hygienic healthy practice. If a particular organization is selling a packaged drinking water with the message that the plastic bottle in which the drinking water is supplied is recyclable, so please dispose of in environmental sustainable manner. So it is also an exchange process, because you are making behavioral change in the mind of the customer to how destroy the plastic, the recyclable plastic in sustainable manner. So recyclable plastic bottle where the mineral water is placed, this is basically an exchange process through social marketing. And third is, besides exchange process and target group orientation marketing, the one thing is very common for corporate social responsibility and social marketing is that social obligation and commitment, means obligation and commitment for the society. So if someone asks you that how CSR and social marketing are interrelated, so the first is that corporate social responsibility is legal obligation under Companies Act and ethical obligation through social commitment. Second, corporate social responsibility is an ethical activity from the business house perspective. And third is corporate social responsibility is basically a management process. Whereas social marketing is target group oriented marketing, where first a customer or target group is identified, then organization identifies what are the reasons, what are the logics that through which we can create a social development or behavioral change or adaptation model change, all these kind of activities under target group oriented marketing. Then exchange process, how this process is going to modify the behavioral pattern of target group. Like I have given you the example of moving from changing your behavioral pattern from unhealthy hygienic practice to hygienic and health practices to hygienic health practices, and then thirdly, it is a social obligation. So social marketing is target group oriented marketing, it is an exchange process, and it is a social obligation from the business house towards the society where basically it is running the business. So with this, I just again give you a brief understanding that what we have covered. The first thing that we have covered was our definition, understanding about corporate social responsibility, which says that it is a continuing commitment by a business organization to behave ethically and contribute towards economic development. How? By improving the quality of life of the workforce, their families, as well as local community and society as large. It is also a commitment for the functional business to contribute for sustainable economic development. How? By working with the employees, their families, the local community, the society at large, by improving their life in the way which is good for the business as well as for their social development. After this understanding, that we had let you explain that how CSR has started in India. So the behind India is the first country which has made corporate social responsibility as mandatory by amendment in the Companies Act. And which are those companies which can contribute for CSR funding? So this act makes a provision for that any company having net worth of 5 billion Indian rupees or more than that, or annual turnover of 10 billion Indian rupees or more than that, or a net profit of 50 million Indian rupees or more than that, if the company is following, a business house is following in this falling in this category, then they can spend 2% of their average net profit for of last 3 years as funding for corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility, if any organization has to go for corporate social responsibility, so first they should do assessment of their business on 5 basic criteria. The first is customer, second is supplier, third is environment, then communities, and finally employees. If we see the pattern of spending of CSR in different sectors, then the survey of CSR conducted in the country says that, finding of the survey says that maximum portion of the funding of CSR goes to education sector, and substantial funding is followed by in the sectors like hunger, poverty alleviation programs, healthcare, rural healthcare, then environment sustainability and rural development. So these are the areas which get substantial funding under CSR, but less than that has been spent in education sector. Then we had explained you some of the CSR activities, famous CSR activities taken by 3 prominent business group of the country. The one was Tata Group, second was Mahindra Group, where we have told you that they have very innovative program of Nanni Kali, which is basically targeted towards educational development of the girl child. Then Mahindra Pride Schools for industrial training, and finally Lifeline Express. So Lifeline Express, through they are creating value addition in the health services up to the level of primary health services in very inaccessible and difficult areas or remote areas of the country. Then we had also seen the corporate social responsibility activities of ITC, the famous eChaupal program, through which they create a virtual marketplace for more than 40,000 villages, covering around 4 million farmers for their agriculture produce. And after that, we had comparative discussion between corporate social responsibility and social marketing, where we have understood that corporate social responsibility is social obligation as well as a legal obligation. So social obligation through social commitment and legal obligation under Companies Act. Then corporate social responsibility is also an ethical activity and it is a management process. Whereas social marketing is also like consumer marketing, it is a target group oriented marketing, but as compared to consumer oriented marketing, social marketing is exchange process in the behavioral pattern, so that value addition in their society or behavioral pattern or these social related aspect are being covered, that is under exchange process. And finally social marketing is social obligation. With this, our topic of corporate social responsibility and social marketing is over, and I hope you had proper understanding about the concept about corporate social responsibility and how it is related with the social marketing. With this, I hope you had proper understanding about the topic, and thank you once again for your attention, for the listening and understanding this topic. Thank you. Bye bye.